The way we look at PropTech is that it is the digitization of the entire real estate sector. That includes all of the food groups of real estate, including offices, retail, residential, student accommodation, logistics, etc. And we're looking at the digitization of the entire value chain of real estate, from how properties are found and sourced, to the way they're evaluated, to the way they're built and constructed, to the way property projects are taken through planning, and all the way through to everything that happens once you own the building, including the asset management, property management, and leasing of these buildings, and how you can make them more sustainable. So it's quite an all-encompassing space. So what's interesting about PropTech is that it's quite multidisciplinary. There are segments of PropTech that could be considered fintech, where you're talking about digitization of the financing of real estate. There are also categories of PropTech that could be considered legal tech. So when you're talking about digitization of the legal contracts related to property transactions. We've invested in companies that could be considered clean tech as well as PropTech, and these are startups that are helping to make buildings or construction projects greener and more energy efficient. So it's an all-encompassing sector that is adjacent to a number of other tech categories like clean tech, like fintech, like construction tech, and legal tech. We got involved in the early days of PropTech back in 2015 when there was no specialist fund out there, so we believe we're the first specialist PropTech fund. It's grown quite significantly since then. There's been a lot of new funds that are recently coming into the space. There's corporate venture capital funds that have formed, such as JLL out of San Francisco, JLL Spark. And there are also family offices that are now allocating capital to the space, as well as corporates that are deciding to invest via funds like Pi Labs into PropTech startups. So what's changed and evolved a lot is the volume of liquidity that's coming in, as well as the volume of startups that are being formed in this space. It's still early days, but since we formed, we've seen quite a bit of evolution. So we focus less on technologies per se, but more at what problems are being solved. So there's a number of issues in the property sector, from the affordability of new homes to how inefficient buildings are when it comes to their energy usage and carbon emissions, all the way through to how cumbersome some of the operational processes of property and asset management can be. So we're more problem-driven than we are about technologies. So technology comes second. You select the technology that is appropriate for the problem that is to be solved. So our two key areas of interest when we're evaluating a startup is caliber of management team and the size of the problem that is being solved, as well as the solution, whether it's just an incremental improvement on the traditional way of doing things or an improvement by an order of magnitude. And we're looking for a significant improvement on traditional systems.